Don't ruin recordings with your police siren.
Will you quit the internet if net neutrality dies? How secure could your smartwatch really be? Why do you need a separate Facebook Messenger app on Windows Phone? Lots of questions for readers of Pocketnow's editorial pages this week. Let's review them in 5 minutes or less. I'm Michael Fisher, and this is Pocketnow Roundup. The internet is under fire from those who would compromise your connection speed in the name of big business and compromise your privacy in the name of security. So goes the narrative of the rightfully concerned, with Taylor Martin asking whether you'll still carry a smartphone if your carrier breaks with net neutrality principles. I provided my answer to our poll question. Go provide yours. And while you're over there, check out Joe Levi's companion article on how carriers are already punishing content providers based on the type of data they provide. Then learn about the privacy side of our brave new world. Find out if the super secure black phone is really the answer to evading government surveillance, and Joe Levi's in-depth exploration of everything from custom app permissions to file encryption within the Silent Circle smartphone. And make sure also to catch Joe's editorial on the relative security of our favorite new gadget category, smartwatches. When they work as designed, all our notifications pass through them, so how secure are they? It's a question worth asking, and one Joe does his best to answer. All this talk of privacy puts me in mind of an old smartphone maker that built much of its reputation on secure communications. That's right, BlackBerry is still fighting the good fight, and at MWC it announced that in addition to pursuing both high and low-end new hardware, it would release a classic device in the Q20, including not just a physical keyboard, but also bringing back the so-called tool belt of a trackpad with function keys. I wrote a piece on just why I think this is a waste of time and resources, even if I myself might be tempted to buy one. While we're on the subject of underdogs, the world's third-place mobile platform might have been a no-show at MWC, but it's been big in our editorials this week. A bevy of dual-boot rumors have Taylor Martin wondering about the possibilities for Windows Phone software on Android hardware, a concept he explores with his usual thoroughness in a nice piece called The Beauty of Choice. Meanwhile, our Microsoft expert Adam Lane weighs in on why exactly Windows Phone needs the Facebook Messenger app it got this week, while I tell the story of my time with Nokia's Lumia Icon, the smartphone Taylor called the best Windows Phone ever, a contention I address head-on in my review rebuttal. Spoiler alert, Taylor and I don't always disagree. And speaking of spoilers, the king of smartphone news leaks, Evan Blass of evleaks, sat down with us yesterday on the Pocketnow Weekly for the most in-depth interview we've ever given on the podcast. What would you say to the people who think that what you do is illegal?
I would tell them that I don't want to answer this question.
Well, that's valid.
I'd have to answer something like that.
No, that makes sense. I understand. What about what about immoral? Of course, we also covered the news of the week in that podcast, including all new HTC One leaks, rumors on LG's G3 and the Nexus 6, and hints of a Google Glass competitor from Samsung. But it's Friday, and you want to cap off your week with a comfy editorial, not the news. So Adam Dowd has just the thing for you. A nice, almost sweet piece about the trials and tribulations of adopting a mobile-only lifestyle when you're a family man. From an HTC-made Moto X to the true definition of waterproof. There's a lot more in the editorial pages of the site, but we are out of time. Down in the description below, you will find links to all the stories mentioned on this show, and there's also a like button down there. Please click it if you enjoyed this roundup, and stay tuned next week for another throwback review. I think you're really going to like this one, as well as some conventional reviews, both on tablets, plus all the usual news, video, editorials, and features you've come to expect from Pocketnow. Until next time, this has been Michael Fisher with the Pocketnow Roundup, wishing you an excellent weekend, no matter what mobile device is filling your pocket.